Understanding blood sugar regulation. Key insights. Blood sugar management is a critical, yet often misunderstood aspect of health. Whether you're dealing with diabetes, hypoglycemia, low blood sugar, or aiming for prevention, it's essential to grasp how the body regulates blood sugar and what factors influence this balance. The body's ability to maintain stable blood sugar levels is a cornerstone of overall health and well-being. Blood sugar, or glucose, serves as the primary energy source for your cells, powering everything from muscle contractions to brain function. Yet, this vital process is delicately balanced, and even small disruptions can have far-reaching effects on energy levels, mood, and long-term health. Imagine your blood sugar regulation as a high-wire act with insulin and glucagon, two key hormones, working together to keep your levels steady. A healthy diet, physical activity, stress levels, and sleep all play pivotal roles in maintaining this balance. But what happens when the system falters? When blood sugar levels are too high, it can lead to hyperglycemia, a hallmark of diabetes, which over time can damage vital organs, nerves, and blood vessels. On the other hand, when levels drop too low, hypoglycemia can cause dizziness, confusion, and in severe cases, life-threatening complications. Both scenarios underscore the importance of understanding the dynamic mechanisms that regulate blood sugar. Did you know that your liver acts as a glucose reservoir, releasing stored sugar into the bloodstream when levels dip too low? Or that stress hormones like cortisol can send your blood sugar skyrocketing even if you haven't eaten anything? The intricate dance of hormones, cellular responses, and external factors like diet and lifestyle makes blood sugar regulation one of the most fascinating and crucial systems in the body. In this guide, we'll unravel the science behind blood sugar regulation, explore the common conditions that arise when the system is disrupted, and share practical strategies to maintain balance. Whether you're looking to enhance your energy, protect your long-term health, or better understand how your body works, this journey into blood sugar regulation is packed with actionable insights and empowering knowledge. Your health journey starts with awareness. So let's dive in and uncover the secrets to mastering blood sugar balance for a healthier, more vibrant life. The body's goal: maintaining stable blood sugar. The body's primary objective is to keep blood sugar levels stable, ideally around 100 milligrams per deciliter. This level can fluctuate slightly, ranging between 80 and 110 milligrams per deciliter, depending on factors such as food intake, physical activity, and stress. Maintaining this delicate balance is critical for ensuring the body has a steady energy supply for essential functions, from fueling your brain to powering your muscles. When blood sugar levels rise too high, the condition is known as hyperglycemia. This is a hallmark of diabetes and, if left unchecked, can lead to long-term complications such as heart disease, kidney damage, and vision problems. Symptoms of hyperglycemia can include excessive thirst, frequent urination, fatigue, and even blurry vision. Chronic hyperglycemia places significant stress on the body's organs and systems, making early detection and management vital. On the other hand, when blood sugar drops too low, the result is hypoglycemia, a state that can lead to immediate and uncomfortable symptoms such as fatigue, dizziness, confusion, irritability, and cravings. Severe cases of hypoglycemia can result in loss of consciousness or seizures, emphasizing the importance of swift intervention. The body has several mechanisms to keep blood sugar within the target range, often working overtime to prevent drastic swings. For example, the pancreas releases insulin to lower blood sugar when it's too high by promoting glucose uptake into cells and encouraging the storage of excess glucose in the liver as glycogen. When blood sugar dips too low, the pancreas releases glucagon, which signals the liver to release stored glucose back into the bloodstream. However, in extreme cases where glycogen stores are depleted, such as during prolonged fasting or intense physical exertion, the body may resort to breaking down fat stores for energy. If this isn't enough, the body can even break down muscle protein to produce glucose through a process called gluconeogenesis. This is a last resort measure, reflecting how critical blood sugar balance is to survival. The regulation of blood sugar is also influenced by external factors such as diet. The types and amounts of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins consumed directly affect blood sugar fluctuations. Physical activity. Exercise can lower blood sugar by increasing glucose uptake into muscle cells, but excessive exertion without adequate nutrition can lead to hypoglycemia. Stress and hormones. Stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline can elevate blood sugar levels, preparing the body for a fight-or-flight response. Sleep. Poor sleep quality or deprivation can disrupt insulin sensitivity and contribute to imbalances. Understanding how your body works to maintain stable blood sugar levels is the first step in supporting this finely tuned system. Through informed choices in diet, activity, and lifestyle, you can help your body maintain the balance it works so hard to achieve, reducing the risk of chronic conditions and improving your overall health. How the body regulates blood sugar. Two key organs work in tandem to manage blood sugar. Maintaining stable blood sugar levels is a dynamic process that involves the seamless collaboration of two vital organs, the liver and the pancreas. Together, they orchestrate a finely tuned balance, ensuring the body has access to energy when it's needed while preventing potentially harmful fluctuations. The liver, the steady guardian. The liver is a vital organ with a central role in maintaining blood sugar balance, especially during times when food intake is minimal, such as between meals or while you're sleeping. It functions as the body's glucose reservoir, storing excess sugar in the form of glycogen. This stored glucose is essential for keeping blood sugar levels stable, providing a reliable energy source when it's needed most. When blood sugar levels drop, such as after a long period without eating, the liver steps in to release glucose back into the bloodstream. This process ensures that the body maintains a steady energy supply, preventing the body from running out of fuel for essential functions like brain activity and muscle movement. In a sense, the liver acts like a backup power supply, safeguarding the body against energy deficits. In addition to releasing stored glycogen, the liver has an even more remarkable ability: gluconeogenesis. This process allows the liver to produce glucose from non-carbohydrate sources, such as amino acids from protein and fatty acids. Gluconeogenesis is especially crucial during extended fasting or intense physical exertion, where glycogen stores may become depleted and the body requires an alternative fuel source. This capability ensures that blood sugar levels are sustained even when carbohydrate intake is insufficient, providing a backup energy system to keep the body functioning smoothly. Whether it's maintaining blood sugar levels during sleep, bridging the gap between meals, or ensuring the body has energy during periods of intense physical activity, the liver's ability to manage glucose is essential to overall health. Without the liver's steady role in glucose regulation, the body would struggle to maintain the energy balance required for daily life. The pancreas, the responsive regulator. The pancreas plays a crucial role in regulating blood sugar, acting as the body's primary responder during and after meals. When you eat, the body's blood sugar naturally rises, and the pancreas steps in to manage this increase by producing the hormone insulin. Insulin is essential for lowering blood sugar levels, as it signals the cells to absorb glucose from the bloodstream. This glucose is either used immediately for energy or stored in cells for future use. In addition to helping cells absorb glucose, insulin also promotes the storage of any excess glucose in the liver and muscles as glycogen, a stored form of glucose that can be quickly converted back to energy when needed. This process prevents blood sugar levels from becoming dangerously high after eating, ensuring that glucose is distributed effectively and efficiently to the body's tissues. However, when blood sugar levels drop too low, such as between meals or after exercise, the pancreas also plays a key role in restoring balance. In this situation, the pancreas releases the hormone glucagon. Glucagon works in opposition to insulin, signaling the liver to release stored glucose into the bloodstream. This glucose is then available to fuel the body's energy needs, particularly for critical organs like the brain, which depends on a constant supply of glucose. Glucagon also triggers the liver to produce more glucose through gluconeogenesis if necessary, ensuring that blood sugar levels remain within a healthy range even when glucose intake from food is minimal. This balancing act between insulin and glucagon allows the body to seamlessly manage fluctuations in blood sugar, ensuring energy supply remains steady whether you're eating, fasting, or engaging in physical activity. Together, Insulin and glucagon form a dynamic regulatory system, maintaining a delicate equilibrium that supports overall health. By adjusting blood sugar levels in response to the body's immediate needs, the pancreas helps to protect against conditions like hyperglycemia, high blood sugar, and hypoglycemia, low blood sugar, ensuring that energy levels are consistent and efficient throughout the day. A cyclical partnership. The liver and pancreas work together in a highly coordinated, cyclical partnership to keep blood sugar levels stable. This collaboration ensures that the body maintains energy balance, regardless of whether you're eating, fasting, or engaging in physical activity. The seamless interaction between these organs is essential for sustaining health and preventing fluctuations in blood sugar. For example, after a meal, the body's blood sugar naturally rises as glucose from the food enters the bloodstream. In response, the pancreas releases insulin, a hormone that signals cells to absorb glucose for immediate energy use or storage. Meanwhile, the liver steps in to store any excess glucose in the form of glycogen. This process ensures that blood sugar levels don't become too high, and the body has a reserve of glucose for future energy needs. Conversely, during periods of fasting or between meals, when blood sugar levels start to dip, the pancreas releases glucagon. This hormone works in opposition to insulin, signaling the liver to release glucose from its glycogen stores back into the bloodstream. If glucose stores are running low, the liver can also produce additional glucose through gluconeogenesis, further ensuring that blood sugar levels remain within a healthy range. This push and pull mechanism between insulin and glucagon allows the liver and pancreas to maintain a tight regulation of blood sugar. This dynamic system ensures that blood sugar levels are neither too high nor too low, providing the body with a constant energy supply. However, disruptions in this balance can lead to serious health issues. Conditions like insulin resistance, where cells no longer respond to insulin effectively, or excessive glucose production from the liver, can cause chronic problems like type 2 diabetes. These disruptions prevent the body from maintaining stable blood sugar levels, leading to long-term complications if not managed. By understanding the essential roles these two organs play, we can better appreciate how our bodies regulate blood sugar. Supporting this process through healthy eating, regular exercise, and stress management can help ensure that both the liver and pancreas work optimally, promoting overall health and reducing the risk of chronic conditions. Hormonal control. The pancreas is a key organ in regulating blood sugar levels and ensuring the body has a steady supply of energy. It produces insulin, a hormone that helps lower blood sugar levels by transporting glucose from the bloodstream into cells. Once inside the cells, glucose can be utilized for immediate energy, stored for future use, or converted into fat if there is an excess. This regulation is vital for maintaining balance within the body and preventing fluctuations that could lead to health issues. Storage as glycogen. When you consume food, especially carbohydrates, the sugar content, glucose, enters your bloodstream, causing a rise in blood sugar levels. To prevent blood sugar from getting too high, the pancreas releases insulin. One of insulin's primary functions is to help the body store excess glucose in the liver and muscles as glycogen. Glycogen acts as the body's short-term energy reserve. Whenever blood sugar levels fall, the liver can break down glycogen back into glucose, releasing it into the bloodstream to keep energy levels stable. This glycogen storage mechanism helps maintain a balanced blood sugar level between meals and throughout the night. When the body is not actively consuming food, glycogen stores in the liver and muscles act as a buffer, supplying glucose to keep organs like the brain and muscles functioning. However, the body has a limit to how much glucose it can store as glycogen. Once glycogen stores in the liver and muscles are full, the pancreas directs excess glucose into fat through a process called lipogenesis. In this process, insulin promotes the conversion of excess glucose into fatty acids, which are then stored in adipose, fat, tissue. This is a long-term energy reserve for the body, ensuring that energy is available even when food is scarce. Fat storage, though essential for energy management, can become problematic if there is consistently excess glucose in the system, which leads to obesity. Over time, excessive fat storage can contribute to insulin resistance, where the body's cells no longer respond effectively to insulin. This can lead to chronic conditions such as type 2 diabetes and metabolic disorders. When you're not eating, the liver's role. When the body isn't consuming food, such as between meals or during fasting, the pancreas adjusts its activity to maintain blood sugar stability. As blood sugar levels start to dip, the pancreas releases glucagon, a hormone that signals the liver to release stored glucose, glycogen, into the bloodstream. This ensures that the body cells, especially the brain, continue to receive a constant supply of glucose, even when food is not being ingested. If fasting continues and glycogen stores are depleted, the liver begins the process of gluconeogenesis. This is the production of glucose from non-carbohydrate sources, such as amino acids, from proteins, and fatty acids from fats. Gluconeogenesis provides the body with glucose, even when there is no immediate source of carbohydrates available. This process is vital for maintaining blood sugar during extended periods without food, ensuring that the body has a consistent energy supply to function properly. Insulin-like growth factor, IGF. In addition to insulin, the body relies on insulin-like growth factor, IGF, to regulate blood sugar during fasting or calorie restriction. IGF is a hormone similar to insulin, but it works primarily in the liver. When glucose levels fall, IGF helps stimulate the liver to release glucose and supports the conversion of fatty acids into glucose via gluconeogenesis. IGF also helps maintain muscle tissue and regulate the growth of new cells, further supporting the body's ability to function optimally even during periods of fasting or stress. While insulin focuses on lowering blood sugar by helping cells absorb glucose after meals, IGF ensures that glucose production continues during times of food scarcity, keeping energy levels stable. This dual mechanism between insulin and IGF ensures the body maintains a constant and reliable energy supply, whether you are eating or fasting. The interconnected balance between insulin, glucagon, and IGF. The interactions between insulin, glucagon, and insulin-like growth factor, IGF, create a finely tuned feedback system that regulates blood sugar levels. After meals, insulin lowers blood sugar by encouraging glucose uptake and storage. During fasting, glucagon signals the liver to release stored glucose, and IGF helps produce additional glucose from fats and proteins. This dynamic cycle allows the body to maintain blood sugar levels within a narrow, healthy range, providing energy when needed and preventing dangerous fluctuations. This push and pull mechanism between insulin and glucagon, alongside the role of IGF, ensures that energy demands are met while maintaining metabolic stability. Disruptions in any part of the system, such as insulin resistance, excessive glucose production, or impaired liver function, can lead to chronic conditions like diabetes. Understanding these complex processes highlights the importance of maintaining a healthy lifestyle to support these organs in their vital roles. Healthy eating, regular physical activity, and stress management are all crucial in supporting the body's ability to regulate blood sugar, prevent excess fat storage, and avoid conditions like insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes. Potassium's role in sugar storage. Potassium, the essential mineral for sugar storage. Potassium plays a crucial role in the body's ability to store sugar. It is a key player in glucose metabolism, working in tandem with insulin to facilitate the proper storage of glucose within cells. For every sugar molecule the body stores, a corresponding potassium molecule is required. Without enough potassium, the body faces challenges in properly managing glucose levels, which can lead to a range of issues related to blood sugar regulation. The role of potassium in sugar storage. When glucose is absorbed by cells for energy or storage, potassium assists in this process by helping maintain the proper functioning of enzymes involved in sugar storage. It also aids in the movement of glucose into cells, where it can be converted into glycogen and stored for later use. Potassium helps regulate insulin sensitivity and promotes the effective storage of excess glucose in the liver and muscles. Without sufficient potassium, sugar storage is compromised, which means that glucose remains circulating in the bloodstream instead of being efficiently stored. This can lead to fluctuating blood sugar levels and contribute to conditions like insulin resistance over time. The connection between potassium and sugar cravings. A lack of potassium can also manifest in cravings for sugar. When the body struggles to maintain stable blood sugar levels due to insufficient potassium, it may trigger sugar cravings as a way to quickly boost blood sugar. This can create a cycle where the body seeks out sugary foods to compensate for the lack of proper sugar storage, leading to increased cravings and potential overeating. Additionally, potassium plays a role in regulating the body's electrolyte balance and nerve function, both of which influence hunger signals. When potassium levels are low, the body's mechanisms for maintaining hunger and satiety can become disrupted, leading to an increased desire for sugar-rich foods. Meeting daily potassium needs. The daily recommended intake of potassium for adults is 4,700 milligrams. This amount supports the body's metabolic functions, including glucose regulation and storage. Achieving this goal requires focusing on potassium-rich foods, particularly vegetables and fruits. For example, eating about 7 cups of vegetables per day can help meet this potassium requirement. Some potassium-rich foods include leafy greens such as spinach, kale, and Swiss chard, sweet potatoes and squash, beans and lentils, bananas and oranges, avocados, tomatoes. Incorporating a variety of these foods into daily meals can help ensure adequate potassium intake, supporting the body's ability to store glucose properly and maintain stable blood sugar levels. Why potassium matters for blood sugar balance. By ensuring sufficient potassium intake, the body can better manage blood sugar storage and prevent sugar imbalances. Potassium helps optimize insulin function and glucose metabolism, which is essential for overall health. For those at risk of type 2 diabetes, hypoglycemia, or insulin resistance, maintaining optimal potassium levels through diet can be an important strategy to support healthy blood sugar regulation. By incorporating more potassium-rich foods into your daily routine, you can help stabilize your blood sugar levels, reduce cravings, and improve your body's ability to store sugar effectively. This approach, along with other healthy lifestyle choices like regular exercise, can contribute to overall metabolic health and prevent blood sugar-related disorders. Diabetes is a chronic condition that affects how the body regulates blood sugar, glucose. The body needs glucose for energy, and insulin is the hormone that helps cells absorb glucose from the bloodstream. However, in diabetes, the normal regulation of blood sugar is disrupted, leading to higher than normal blood sugar levels. There are 2 main types of diabetes, type 1 and type 2, each with different causes and mechanisms of action. Type 2 diabetes. Insulin resistance. Root cause. Insulin resistance. Type 2 diabetes is primarily caused by insulin resistance, where the body cells, particularly in the liver, muscles, and fat tissue, no longer respond properly to insulin. Insulin is supposed to help glucose enter cells to be used for energy or stored for later use. However, when cells become resistant to insulin, glucose builds up in the bloodstream, causing elevated blood sugar levels. Over time, the pancreas tries to compensate by producing more insulin, but the body cannot keep up with the increased demand. How it works? Excessive sugar consumption. The root cause of insulin resistance often stems from a combination of genetic predisposition and lifestyle factors, particularly excessive sugar intake, poor diet, and lack of physical activity. Over time, consuming high amounts of sugar and refined carbohydrates overwhelms the body's ability to manage blood glucose levels. Liver dysfunction. In type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance is particularly problematic in the liver, where glucose is both stored and released. In a healthy state, insulin signals the liver to store glucose when it is plentiful and release glucose when it is needed. However, in insulin resistance, the liver becomes unresponsive to insulin signals, leading to inappropriate glucose release into the bloodstream, contributing to hyperglycemia, high blood sugar. Metformin and other medications. Medications like metformin help manage type 2 diabetes by improving insulin sensitivity in the liver and muscles. Metformin works by making the body's cells more responsive to insulin, thus helping to lower blood sugar levels. In some cases, additional medications such as sulfonylureas, SGLT2 inhibitors, or GLP-1 agonists may be prescribed to control blood sugar levels. Contributors to insulin resistance. The following factors are key contributors to insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. Obesity. Excess fat, especially abdominal fat, is strongly associated with insulin resistance. Sedentary lifestyle. Lack of physical activity reduces the body's ability to use insulin efficiently. Poor diet. Diets high in processed foods, sugary drinks, and unhealthy fats contribute to increased blood sugar levels and insulin resistance. Long-term complications. If not managed properly, type 2 diabetes can lead to serious health complications, including heart disease, kidney failure, nerve damage, vision loss, and an increased risk of infections. Managing blood sugar through lifestyle changes, medication, and regular monitoring is essential to prevent these complications. Type 1 diabetes, insulin production failure. Root cause: autoimmune attack on the pancreas. Type 1 diabetes is caused by an autoimmune reaction in which the body's immune system attacks and destroys the insulin-producing cells in the pancreas, called beta cells. Unlike type 2 diabetes, which involves insulin resistance, type 1 diabetes results from the body's inability to produce insulin at all. How it works. Pancreatic dysfunction. In type 1 diabetes, the immune system mistakenly identifies the beta cells of the pancreas as foreign invaders and attacks them. As a result, the pancreas can no longer produce insulin, a vital hormone needed for glucose absorption by cells. Insulin dependency. Since the body cannot produce insulin, individuals with type 1 diabetes must rely on insulin injections or an insulin pump to regulate their blood sugar levels. Without insulin, glucose cannot enter cells and is left circulating in the bloodstream, leading to hyperglycemia. To manage blood sugar, insulin therapy is essential as it helps cells absorb glucose and store it appropriately. Causes of type 1 diabetes. The exact cause of type 1 diabetes is not fully understood, but it is believed to be a combination of genetic factors and an environmental trigger, such as a viral infection, that causes the immune system to malfunction. Long-term management. Type 1 diabetes requires lifelong management. People with type 1 diabetes must carefully monitor their blood sugar levels, adjust insulin doses, and maintain a balanced diet and exercise regimen. They may also need to monitor for signs of hypoglycemia, low blood sugar, or hyperglycemia and adjust their insulin accordingly. Long-term complications. If not managed well, type 1 diabetes can lead to complications such as cardiovascular disease, kidney damage, neuropathy, eye damage, and increased risk of infections. Achieving good blood sugar control through insulin therapy, a healthy diet, regular physical activity, and frequent monitoring is essential for minimizing these risks. Diabetes is a chronic condition that affects how the body regulates blood sugar, glucose. The body needs glucose for energy, and insulin is the hormone that helps cells absorb glucose from the bloodstream. However, in diabetes, the normal regulation of blood sugar is disrupted, leading to higher than normal blood sugar levels. There are two main types of diabetes, type 1 and type 2, each with different causes and mechanisms of action. Type 2 diabetes. Insulin resistance. Root cause. Insulin resistance. Type 2 diabetes is primarily caused by insulin resistance, where the body cells, particularly in the liver, muscles, and fat tissue, no longer respond properly to insulin. Insulin is supposed to help glucose enter cells to be used for energy or stored for later use. However, when cells become resistant to insulin, glucose builds up in the bloodstream, causing elevated blood sugar levels. Over time, the pancreas tries to compensate by producing more insulin, but the body cannot keep up with the increased demand. The impact of refined carbohydrates. Refined carbohydrates are another key player in the modern diet's role in sugar overload. These are carbohydrates that have been processed to remove the bran and germ, leaving only the starchy endosperm. This process strips away much of the fiber, vitamins, and minerals that are naturally found in whole grains. Refined carbs are rapidly broken down into glucose in the bloodstream, leading to spikes in blood sugar levels. Some common sources of refined carbohydrates include white bread and pasta. Made from refined wheat flour, these foods are quickly converted into sugar during digestion. The absence of fiber in these foods means that glucose enters the bloodstream faster, causing blood sugar levels to rise quickly. Breakfast cereals. Many popular breakfast cereals, especially those marketed to children, are high in sugar and refined grains. Even cereals that appear healthy may contain significant amounts of added sugars, making them a poor choice for breakfast. Pastries and baked goods. Croissants, donuts, muffins, and other baked goods made with refined flour and sugar are not only high in calories, but can cause quick blood sugar spikes, leading to energy crashes and increased hunger. The relationship between sugar overload and insulin resistance. Excessive sugar and refined carbohydrate consumption contributes significantly to the development of insulin resistance. When the body is repeatedly exposed to high amounts of sugar, it forces the pancreas to produce more insulin to help cells absorb glucose. Over time, the cells become less responsive to insulin, a condition known as insulin resistance. This leads to higher levels of glucose in the bloodstream and forces the pancreas to produce even more insulin in an attempt to compensate. Insulin resistance is a precursor to type 2 diabetes, a chronic condition in which the body no longer effectively regulates blood sugar levels. As the pancreas struggles to keep up with the increased demand for insulin, it can eventually become overworked and begin to fail. The result is chronic high blood sugar, hyperglycemia, which can cause long-term damage to organs and tissues, including the heart, kidneys, eyes, and nerves. Sugar and inflammation, a double whammy. In addition to its effects on insulin resistance, excessive sugar intake can also contribute to chronic inflammation in the body. Sugar has been shown to increase the production of pro-inflammatory molecules, which can exacerbate a variety of health conditions, including cardiovascular disease, metabolic syndrome, and obesity. Inflammation plays a critical role in the development of type 2 diabetes, as it disrupts the normal function of insulin receptors on cell surfaces, making it more difficult for insulin to do its job. The combination of insulin resistance and inflammation creates a vicious cycle, where higher levels of sugar in the blood lead to more inflammation, which in turn further impairs insulin function. The link between sugar overload and obesity. Obesity, particularly abdominal obesity, is a major risk factor for both insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. Excessive sugar intake contributes to weight gain by providing an abundance of empty calories that the body doesn't need for energy. Moreover, sugary foods and beverages often lead to overeating, as they cause blood sugar levels to spike and then crash, leading to feelings of hunger and cravings for more sugary foods. High sugar intake also promotes the storage of fat in the abdominal region, a key area where visceral fat stored around internal organs, accumulates. Visceral fat is particularly harmful because it is metabolically active and releases inflammatory chemicals that exacerbate insulin resistance. The role of the gut microbiome in sugar metabolism. Recent research has also highlighted the role of the gut microbiome in regulating sugar metabolism and its potential impact on diabetes. The gut microbiome refers to the trillions of bacteria and other microorganisms that live in the digestive system. Studies have shown that a diet high in sugar and refined carbohydrates can negatively affect the balance of gut bacteria, leading to an overgrowth of harmful bacteria that can contribute to inflammation and insulin resistance. Conversely, a healthy, balanced diet rich in fiber, whole grains, and low-sugar foods can help support a diverse gut microbiome, which in turn can improve sugar metabolism and reduce the risk of diabetes. The need for dietary change. Given the growing concern around the modern diet and its contribution to diabetes, it is essential to take a closer look at our eating habits and make conscious changes to reduce sugar intake and prioritize healthier foods. Some strategies for managing sugar overload include reading labels. Pay attention to food labels and be mindful of added sugars, which can be listed under various names such as high fructose corn syrup, cane sugar, and agave nectar. Opting for whole foods. Focus on whole, minimally processed foods like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins. These foods provide essential nutrients without the excessive added sugars and refined carbs found in processed foods. Limiting sugary beverages. Replace sugary drinks like sodas and fruit juices with water, herbal teas, or naturally flavored water with a slice of lemon or cucumber. Cooking at home. Prepare meals at home using fresh ingredients to have better control over what goes into your food and avoid hidden sugars found in takeout or packaged meals. The modern diet, with its high intake of sugars and refined carbohydrates, is a major contributor to the rising rates of insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, and other metabolic disorders. Overconsumption of sugary foods and beverages, along with a sedentary lifestyle, places immense strain on the body's ability to regulate blood sugar levels effectively. By making mindful dietary choices, prioritizing whole foods, and reducing sugar intake, individuals can take proactive steps to reduce their risk of diabetes and improve their overall health. The liver's critical role. While insulin from the pancreas often steals the spotlight when discussing blood sugar regulation, the liver plays a pivotal and often underappreciated role, especially during fasting or between meals. The liver's primary function in blood sugar regulation is to maintain a stable supply of glucose when food intake is absent, which is crucial for sustaining energy levels and proper body function. Unlike the pancreas, which acts as a direct responder to meal-related blood sugar fluctuations through insulin production, the liver works in the background, continuously managing blood sugar levels even when we're not eating. This is essential because the liver is the body's storage site for glycogen, the form in which glucose is stored for later use. When blood sugar levels drop, such as during fasting or overnight, the liver releases glucose into the bloodstream to maintain a steady supply of energy to the body's cells. The liver's mechanisms: glycogen breakdown and gluconeogenesis. The liver's two primary mechanisms for regulating blood sugar are glycogenolysis, the breakdown of stored glycogen, and gluconeogenesis, the creation of glucose from non-carbohydrate sources. Glycogenolysis. After a meal, the body stores excess glucose as glycogen in the liver. When blood sugar levels drop, the liver converts glycogen back into glucose and releases it into the bloodstream to prevent hypoglycemia, low blood sugar. This process ensures that, even between meals or during sleep, the body has access to a steady source of glucose. Gluconeogenesis. When glycogen stores are depleted, such as during extended fasting or prolonged physical exertion, the liver shifts to producing glucose from non-carbohydrate sources, including amino acids, from protein and fatty acids. This ability to create glucose from alternative substrates ensures that blood sugar levels remain stable during periods when no food is available. Challenges in quantifying the liver's role. Despite its critical role, the liver's contributions to blood sugar regulation are often overlooked, largely because its regulatory actions are mediated by hormones and processes that are more difficult to measure than the actions of the pancreas. The pancreas releases insulin and glucagon, which can be easily quantified in the bloodstream in micromoles. However, the hormones and signals produced by the liver, such as insulin-like growth factor 1, IGF-1, or glucagon-like peptide 1, GLP-1, are much harder to measure, typically in nanograms. These hormones don't have the immediate, easily observable effects on blood sugar that insulin does, which makes it harder to compare the relative contributions of the liver and pancreas in regulating blood sugar. Furthermore, while insulin resistance is often blamed for the onset of type 2 diabetes, it's essential to recognize that the liver plays a significant role in the development of this condition as well. In insulin resistance, the liver becomes less responsive to insulin, and instead of storing glucose as glycogen or converting it into fat, it continues to release glucose into the bloodstream, contributing to high blood sugar levels. This dysfunction in the liver's glucose management system is a major factor in the progression of diabetes. Liver dysfunction and its impact on blood sugar regulation. When liver function is compromised, whether due to fatty liver disease, cirrhosis, or other liver-related disorders, the body's ability to manage blood sugar becomes severely impaired. For instance, in non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD, the liver's ability to store and release glucose is disrupted, leading to increased glucose production and the development of insulin resistance. Moreover, the liver's compromised ability to process glucose can lead to hyperglycemia, high blood sugar, or hypoglycemia, low blood sugar, depending on the severity of the liver dysfunction. This creates an imbalance that can worsen the symptoms of type 2 diabetes or contribute to its development in individuals who are at risk. The cyclical partnership, pancreas and liver. The liver and pancreas work in a cyclical, interdependent partnership to regulate blood sugar levels. After eating, the pancreas releases insulin to facilitate glucose uptake by cells and to promote the storage of glucose in the liver as glycogen. When blood sugar levels fall between meals, the pancreas releases glucagon, signaling the liver to release stored glucose or create new glucose through gluconeogenesis. This dynamic feedback loop is essential for maintaining blood sugar stability. If the liver is unable to effectively perform its regulatory function due to insulin resistance or other conditions, the pancreas must work harder to produce insulin, which can lead to pancreatic exhaustion and further contribute to the onset of diabetes. Supporting liver health for blood sugar regulation. Given the liver's crucial role in regulating blood sugar, maintaining liver health is paramount in preventing blood sugar imbalances and conditions like type 2 diabetes. Some ways to support liver function include maintaining a balanced diet. Consuming a diet rich in whole foods, fiber, lean proteins, and healthy fats can help reduce the risk of fatty liver disease and promote liver function. Avoiding excessive sugar, refined carbs, and alcohol can prevent the liver from becoming overloaded and help it perform its role in blood sugar regulation effectively. Exercise. Regular physical activity helps to maintain healthy liver function and improve insulin sensitivity. Exercise promotes the use of glucose by muscles and reduces the liver's need to release excess glucose into the bloodstream. Weight management. Maintaining a healthy weight, especially reducing abdominal fat, is important for preventing liver dysfunction and promoting proper blood sugar regulation. Visceral fat around the liver can impair its ability to function properly, leading to insulin resistance. Avoiding excessive alcohol consumption. Alcohol can be toxic to the liver, and excessive consumption can lead to liver inflammation, fatty liver disease, and impaired glucose regulation. Adequate sleep and stress management. Chronic stress and poor sleep can affect liver function and contribute to insulin resistance. Ensuring adequate rest and practicing stress management techniques can support overall metabolic health. While the pancreas and its secretion of insulin often dominate discussions around blood sugar regulation, the liver is an equally crucial player. By managing glucose storage and production, the liver ensures that blood sugar levels remain stable between meals and during fasting periods. Understanding the liver's vital role, along with supporting its health through a balanced lifestyle, can help improve blood sugar regulation and reduce the risk of conditions like type 2 diabetes. Key steps to maintain healthy blood sugar levels and reduce the risk of diabetes. To maintain optimal blood sugar levels and reduce the risk of diabetes, it's essential to understand the roles of key organs like the liver, pancreas, and the hormones they produce, such as insulin and insulin-like growth factor, IGF. These organs work in tandem to regulate blood sugar, and by supporting their function, we can improve our overall metabolic health. Here are some actionable steps to help achieve stable blood sugar levels and reduce diabetes risk. 1. Increase vegetable intake. Aim for at least 7 cups a day. Vegetables are packed with essential nutrients, fiber, and potassium, all of which play a critical role in supporting healthy blood sugar regulation. Potassium is particularly important as it helps the body store sugar in the form of glycogen and assists in managing blood sugar levels. To meet daily potassium needs, around 4,700 milligrams, aim to consume at least 7 cups of vegetables daily, focusing on a variety of vegetables like leafy greens, tomatoes, sweet potatoes, and avocados. These potassium-rich foods help your body maintain stable blood sugar levels by supporting insulin function and aiding in sugar storage. 2. Reduce sugar consumption. Modern diets are often overloaded with sugars and refined carbohydrates, which can overwhelm the body's ability to regulate blood sugar. High sugar intake contributes to insulin resistance, where cells become less responsive to insulin, making it harder to maintain healthy blood sugar levels. To combat this, reduce your intake of sugary drinks, snacks, and processed foods. These items cause rapid spikes in blood sugar and can increase the risk of type 2 diabetes. Opt for natural, whole food alternatives like fresh fruits and vegetables to satisfy your sweet cravings, which provide essential vitamins and fiber without causing harmful blood sugar spikes. 3. Focus on whole foods. Incorporating whole foods into your diet, such as leafy greens, lean proteins, and healthy fats, supports balanced blood sugar levels. Whole foods are nutrient-dense, containing fiber, vitamins, and minerals that help regulate insulin sensitivity and prevent blood sugar fluctuations. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and arugula are rich in magnesium and fiber, both of which play important roles in maintaining stable blood sugar levels. Lean proteins, such as chicken, turkey, and fish, help slow the absorption of glucose, providing a steady supply of energy without causing spikes in blood sugar. Healthy fats found in foods like avocados, nuts, seeds, and olive oil are beneficial for reducing inflammation, improving insulin sensitivity, and supporting overall metabolic health. 4. Regular physical activity. Exercise is a key factor in managing blood sugar levels. Physical activity helps muscles absorb glucose from the blood, reducing reliance on insulin. Regular exercise also improves insulin sensitivity, which means the body's cells can respond better to insulin and use glucose more efficiently. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate aerobic exercise each week, such as brisk walking, swimming, or cycling. Additionally, incorporate strength training exercises to improve muscle mass, which can help your body manage glucose more effectively. 5. Manage stress and sleep. Chronic stress and poor sleep can negatively impact blood sugar regulation. High stress levels elevate cortisol, a hormone that increases blood sugar levels, while insufficient sleep can disrupt the body's ability to use insulin effectively. To support healthy blood sugar levels, prioritize stress management techniques like mindfulness, yoga, or deep breathing exercises. Also, aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night to promote hormonal balance and improve insulin sensitivity. 6. Monitor your health regularly. If you are at risk for diabetes or have a family history of the condition, regular monitoring of your blood sugar levels is essential. This allows you to track your progress and make adjustments to your diet and lifestyle as needed. Early intervention is crucial for preventing the onset of type 2 diabetes and managing blood sugar more effectively. By understanding how the liver, pancreas, and hormones like insulin and IGF work together to regulate blood sugar, we can take proactive steps to support these processes. Through increased vegetable intake, reduced sugar consumption, a focus on whole foods, regular physical activity, stress management, and quality sleep, you can significantly improve your blood sugar regulation and reduce the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Taking a holistic approach to nutrition, exercise, and lifestyle choices will not only help you maintain healthy blood sugar levels, but also contribute to your overall well-being. A holistic approach to blood sugar management. Maintaining balanced blood sugar levels is essential for overall health and longevity. By understanding the critical roles of the liver, pancreas, and hormones like insulin and IGF, you can take a proactive approach to optimize these systems and support your body's natural ability to regulate glucose. Incorporating healthy dietary choices, physical activity, stress management, adequate sleep, and hydration into your routine can have a profound impact on your metabolic health and significantly reduce the risk of developing diabetes. By taking small, consistent steps and focusing on a holistic approach to health, you can create a balanced lifestyle that supports stable blood sugar levels and promotes well-being for years to come.